I don't know how long it's going to take them to dig out a tunnel that doesn't get snow, but good luck. The continued ineptitude of our great city to handle this snow, and I recognize it's tough snow with the ice and everything, but damn, dog.
When you wait till it's over with and let it freeze up, yeah, it's going to be tough. You have to have a plan with that, man. And I know when I came here Monday morning, 66 was cleared. So they didn't wait till it stopped. They were working as it was going, treating it, add a little sand, a little salt, and you'll get stuff to start to move around, or it won't get as hard. But if you just think you're gonna let it just snow over the whole damn city, then decide, okay, now let's go work, ain't gonna happen, man. And if you're gonna do it like that, you must have heavy duty equipment, because most of the snow removal and snow moving I've seen has been truck tires or car tires pushing it.
What's crazier in my neighborhood, and I just texted my buddy that lives like a neighborhood over from me, Montgomery County must have contracted like straight up farm equipment. There are like, what do you call, I think the smaller one is called like a Bobcat.
The Kubota?
Like the big joint that has like the big bulldozer on it. Like those are just cruising neighborhood streets. And it's like, how is that the plan, dude? Like, I don't know. And I recognize it's a difficult thing to do. So I'm trying to be like understanding. But what we went through this morning, so I know this much. Like you could just see it in our office building. Clearly, whatever the levels of return to the office are, today is up a level from yesterday. Yeah. There are more people out and about.
By far, yeah.
And to combine that with then doing the snow removal on a highway, like on the highway that goes to the capital of the United States, what are we doing?
But the thing that gets me is, if you're not necessarily going to do the roads at a quick pace, do the damn sidewalks. Because as I watched on TV 2 nights ago and also last night, people walking on the road.
In the street. That's as dangerous as you want it to be. You got cars riding on ice, and you have a human being walking in a spot that they probably shouldn't be. Anybody just hit the brakes, the car will not stop immediately. It just keeps sliding. So at least clean the sidewalks so the pedestrians don't have to go on the actual damn street to walk. And that's not asking a lot, because I guarantee you get enough of those little tractors that I've been seeing around here and just clean up the sidewalks. At least give somebody somewhere to walk. You can't have the human beings walking exactly where the cars and trucks are. Dude, so I was watching Channel 4 yesterday in the news. Dominique Moody was down here in Navy Yard. He interviewed, what's our guy's name from Cornucopia? The owner that's always good to us. He put him on the news last night talking about how he's trying to run his business and like the streets aren't plowed, the sidewalks aren't plowed. Like it's very difficult for people to get there or to even do like Uber Eats or whatever.
You know, you were talking about like being pre-mad and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have a pre-conversation. How many people are going to be coming are suing the city or whoever that was supposed to clean the sidewalks and all because they sprained an ankle, hurt a hip or something? Because I watched people coming across the thing. You saw the big truck?
Yeah, I saw that truck was wild.
But the truck was just trying to turn, but like nobody would let him through, so because the bus couldn't get up,
right?
So he couldn't turn because like they got to turn the wide turn. But I watched guys try to climb over the humps of snow, slipping and sliding. So how many cases that you think is gonna happen when this all is said and done?
Enough.
Thanks for the idea, B, because I definitely failed this morning.
I'm just saying, like when you look at stuff. Most things, JP, you always say lawyers and insurance companies.
lawyers
but
and
you know what, though?
Dude.
You know what the people that are not lawyers and insurance companies try to do? Eliminate liabilities. And by leaving the snow as long as you've done it and have not cleaned up on the sidewalk, you have increased liabilities.
Totally. I don't know what the answers are. I want to, let's do something important. Let's check in with Landfill. Landfill, you all right, bro? Like, what happened, man?
A car backed into me, bro.
Where?
On Route 7. It's 7 Corners.
What? Were they stuck and they just tried to throw it in reverse?
Yeah, I think that's what happened. Yeah, they were just like they didn't, like, the snow was piled up too much and the person couldn't make the turn. So they just straight backed up into me and I couldn't go anywhere because there were cars around me.
That's crazy, dude. Did you have to exchange information? Is your car banged up or anything?
I mean, it's scraped up, but yeah, like we filed a police report and it took like 45 minutes. It was a disaster.
Wow. I'm sorry. What a pain in the ass. I'm glad you're all right, though. I had a dude. So I want to open the phone lines up. 800-636-1067. 800-636-1067. So what's going on right now on 395? If you're stuck in that, you're dealing with what BMitch and I just dealt with, call in and bitch about it. If you were on the 14th Street Bridge last night, the footage from this is nuts.
It's just like, it seems like the most inopportune time to do something. Rush hour. Oh, let's go now clean up the streets, shut down the roads. that makes no damn sense to me.
So we're going to do snow traffic horror stories for a half hour. Whoever wants to chime in can chime in. This morning, B, I'm driving down Massachusetts Avenue. I spent my life on Massachusetts Avenue. And there's a car just stuck on Westmoreland Circle, which should not happen. That's a major thoroughfare. It's the border of D.C. and Maryland, like Mass Ave, Western Ave. Like, there's a lot of action right there. You shouldn't have a car stuck there. But there's a little sedan, like a Honda Civic or like a little Kia or something. I couldn't tell what the car was. This moron. You know how some people don't really dig their car out? They leave the snow on top. They leave the snow on back. This dude left the snow on his windshield. Like,
wait, and tried to drive?
Yes, was driving. I eventually passed him.
Did he have one part where you could at least see?
He dug out like a periscope, like right in front of where the driver's seat is.
So if you're riding enough and you got your defrost on, and how about it just slides a little bit and you can't see?
But if my man had to look to his right, he couldn't see anything. So I run into this moron at Westmoreland Circle, and by the time we got to the light where Millie's is, which is probably a quarter of a mile, he realized I can't be driving like this and was trying to pull over, but there's nowhere to pull over. And at that point, Mass is like kind of a lane and a half. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with this dude. And I just gunned it.
But the whole thing of it is like, I heard a conversation yesterday. They were talking about, should the fines go up for people that don't clean off their cars? And I know most people think, oh, just let it fly off. No. If you're hearing them talk about ice, if chunks of ice start flying off your car, hit somebody else's car, it could cause accidents and it could cause death to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time was a UPS truck or whatever flew off and hit Monica's car, shattered the window. Yeah, but the whole thing is, you think it's okay for you. Oh, you're in a rush. Well, everybody else in a rush too. So get outside and do a little something at least before you get out on the road. And I think it should be high as hell.
Yeah, man.
You know, listen, if my car is outside, which it is most times, and it snows, I clean it off.
I'll be honest, I found that out the hard way, the scary way. Like it was probably that first big snowstorm of like 2010 or something. Like I was young.
09, that one.
Yeah, I was like I was probably in my early 20s. And I thought I had cleaned my car off pretty good, but there was a layer of ice that I couldn't really see. And this is back in the Howard Phillips days, the insurance company days. So my office is over on Pennsylvania Avenue, and I'm driving back to Northeast. So I like go down H Street, kind of by the White House and stuff. And I had to hit the brakes, and this sheet of ice just came over my windshield, and I was completely blinded, whatever the past tense of unable to see is. And I was like, damn. And luckily, I just hit the brakes, nobody was around, and then I was able to get over and just push it off. Mm-hmm. But like from that moment on, I've taken that mess
man,
serious.
It just you have to take care of that, man. And like, it's not fair to everybody else for you to be riding down the street with a damn snow just blowing off of your car into their windshield anyway.
Let's hit some of these phones. My guy Tony is in Clinton. Tony, you got a snow traffic nightmare story for us.
Yes. What's going on, fellas? It's finally good to be up out the house. I was going stir crazy in the house. The walls was closing in on me, but I'm finally out.
All right, brother.
So question, were they not talking about this storm for like 10 days ahead of time?
They were.
and they were talking at one point like 16, 18, something crazy amount of inches. It was only about 6 inches, 7 inches of snow with the ice on top of it. So this wasn't even nearly as bad as what they anticipated. And these road crews, these people in charge, that's all they do. This is all they do. So I'm like, how is it that I can't get out of my street 2.5 days later when I'm on a main road? The worst part in my neighborhood is when you're merging onto the main roads and there's no merge lanes. When you have to like get dumped out into the flow of complete. Yes, it is playing chicken. You are playing Frogger with your car, trying to go out on the main road because there's absolutely no merge lane. There has to be a better plan for that, man. We have so many accidents in this area from people trying to merge out, and it's just nightmare after nightmare. And we got a quarter of what they were talking about, man. We got to do better.
Oh yeah,
got to do better.
And I think the people that are in charge of this, stop lying to people. Oh, we really we got to it quicker this time. You might have moved over to a street that you can get a place to see real quick, but there are the people that were complaining every snow. They're still complaining. Okay,
I'm riding down Branch Avenue right now, and it's still lanes completely covered in snow, blocked over, and that's like a main drag right now. It's a boneyard of cars with flashes just up on the side of the road from trying to merge over.
Boneyard of cars is such a great term. Thank you, dude.
All right, bro.
They had a lady on the news last night. I can't remember the name of the road. Noah Road or something. Does that sound familiar, Jeff? This road, it looked
going up the little hill.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying.
Straight disaster.
I have seen that same lady 4 different times at 4 different snows. So don't tell me
that road just might be a problem.
No, if you know it's a problem, you go make sure you treat it and you go to them. The last person you want coming on TV the next snow would be somebody from that neighborhood. Because that lady, if you saw, they showed her talking one before, but I've seen her way more than 2 times.
Eli's in D.C. What's up, Elijah?
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, Elijah?
What's going on, BMitch? I know this is horror stories, but I've actually been having fun, man. I've gone from a little Mini Cooper to a Mazda CX-5. Now, I know a Mazda don't sit up crazy high, but, man, I went over to my local Safeway, man, and I had a ball. So, it's not crazy. And I went to school in Winnipeg, Canada.
Well, you used to it then.
This is springtime then.
That -40, man. -40, it makes your nose hair freeze. It's a whole different ball game. But what I did notice is about these trucks. What they need to do is they need to send a few guys who make those decisions and have them go up there to Canada just to train on how to roll out a project, because this should be dealt with, man. When I was up there, to see them roll out the projects for getting the snow off the ground was incredible, man. Like day, night. Now, don't get me wrong, Canada, they have to deal with that.
But the snow up there is different, though. The snow is totally different.
I do think this snow has been extra problematic, right?
Yeah.
Yo, Eli, thanks for the call, bro.
Man. People
Thanks, buddy.
it in.